we dive into, I like to just call the meeting before we dive into everything. So I think everyone said, by the way, have people been receiving my email? I
Yes.
think that maybe I haven't heard from, let me see if I heard from Jerry.
Yeah.
Sue, we still can't hear you. Your microphone is apparently turned on, but
Ivy, as the
we can hear your
leader
voice.
of the Zoom, I presume, are you able to turn on um, Sue's microphone?
Just 1 second. Let me do one thing at a time.
Okay.
Okay, so Jerry is supposed to dial in as well. So we should have a full house. Can somebody just text Jerry or give her a quick call? And then while you do that, I will sort out the Zoom situation. Okay.
Here's Jerry.
There's Jerry.
There we go. Well, there we have everyone. Okay.
She's on mute though.
I don't actually control Zoom. I use the LinkedIn. So the
Okay.
Zoom LinkedIn is actually owned by the city. So I was given the dial in just everyone else. I kind of just copy and paste. I mean, what was given to me is on the agenda template that I have circulated with everyone. I haven't received anything else. So I can't, I'm not in a position to mute and unmute anyone. So Jerry, you are muted.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, good.
Hi.
Good afternoon already.
Hi,
Can hear
Jerry.
you.
We're all here, but we can't hear Sue even though her microphone is turned on.
But I think the last time, I think it was Sue, we mentioned about minutes. Let me just do this. So I circulated so first I think somebody would like to discuss the meeting, whether or not we can meet in person. This was on the agenda last time. Like I said, if we would like to do in person, we will have to find a new time.
Or we could most of us get together at the schoolhouse, and those who can't get to the schoolhouse can be zoomed in.
Are you guys open to find that a different time where that we can at least show up sometimes?
I'm very open on time, so I can do anything pretty
Okay.
much.
So that's Mimi. What about you, Leslie?
My
Yeah.
schedule can be challenging at times, but we could, I mean, this time works. We could probably figure out other times that
Yeah,
work.
when is good for you, Ivy?
So, as you can tell, guys, I'm dialing in from my car, working mom. I am during the day, it's just tough, right? I can always do after at the end of the day or the first part of the day. In the middle of the day, for me to be committed to coming back to Portola Valley, it's a little bit tough.
How about any other day is good?
Like I said, all my days during the middle of
All
the
your days
day,
are like that.
all my days it's
Oh.
tough because I do have meetings coming in different times, and I do want to keep myself uh open. I am currently working. So what I would suggest is if we would like to meet in person, let's do it, later in the afternoon on Thursday or any of the weekday. But I think Thursday is particularly, so we can keep. So I have actually reached out to the city, and they do. Also, it's not any time, right? It has to be a time that works where the schoolhouse is available. So Thursday's afternoon, really, we name a time and that's available. I can talk to the city. So anytime, ideally, it will be after Thursday, after 4:30 for me on Thursdays.
I could do that.
Okay.
Early mornings are sound like they might be pretty good for you too, as long as we're not too early, right?
Okay, I get up at 6, so I don't know what you mean by early morning. That's a
Actually,
typical
that's
morning for
often the
me.
case.
Early morning is 4 or 5. So typical morning for me is 6. And I am available between 6 and 10 on most of the days.
Oh,
I'm out most of the day between 6 and 10.
that
Um,
tends to be clearer for me than late afternoons, but yeah. Anyway,
so
I'll be as flexible as I possibly can.
so how does 4:30 on Thursday look for everyone, or anytime after 4:30?
That'd be good for me.
Okay.
It
Okay, by me.
clobbers a weekly call-in meeting with our son, but that's my objection to it.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I might be able to get him to change, but he's got a pretty
Do you,
Opposite.
Leslie, do you want to do a little bit later? What time your call with your son ends? I can always go late.
I see. That gets harder for him. He's in Colorado, so that's 2 hours later for him than for us. So
No, no,
1 hour.
no. We can meet later. Our CAC can meet later. So you keep your call with him and then CAC
Uh,
can meet later.
my call with him would be 2 hours later than you think because he's in a different time zone.
1 hour, Leslie.
1 hour? Thought it's 2.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, anyway, we'll try to figure things out.
4:30, we can take a vote. I mean, I don't know if 5:30 will work better for you. So you'll be done by then?
Yeah, we could, if, no, I'm sorry, I've just got his work schedule in my head and yeah, it's late-ish afternoon is on Thursdays happens to be bad unless I can get him to declare another day that'll work for him. But I think we're on Thursdays because that's what works for him. So,
Okay, why don't we do this? We'll do one more Zoom meeting in October. Leslie and Phil, you talk to your son to see that be. Another time I looked into with the city, hold on one second, I actually looked into this issue with them. So, I went to them, asked for the time, see, Veronica, okay.
and it's not just a call, it's my weekly music lesson with him. So,
Right.
it feels kind of
Right,
sacred. Yeah.
Totally understand. So, what about Tuesday afternoon?
Now that's fine.
I could do it.
Tuesday afternoon,
Mhm.
4:30,
That's
Okay,
better
by
for
me.
me.
Good. Great.
4:30.
Thursdays are hard.
Yeah. So, let me confirm with the city. Let me jot that down
And
for,
I may on depending on the Tuesday, I may be fine or I may call in and then join in person partway through the meeting. If that's okay.
why don't we give city 2 choices for, Tuesday afternoon at 4:30 and 5:30? So, it's always nice to have a little bit of choices confirmed with the city. Okay. All right.
And question if I happen to have my child with me at that point, is there an issue ever to have a kid in the meeting like off to the side, or is that okay?
I'm okay with it. I'm sure.
We've had kids before, we've had people's dog.
Okay, great.
My cat right here.
Yeah. Well, I like that too. It's nice to have it in person. It's just so much more fun that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad. So thank you. I think was Sue brought it up.
Have we settled on a time yet or not quite?
What we said, we want to do Tuesday afternoon.
Okay,
Want to give the city 2 options just because, I don't want to keep going back and forth. We said 4:30 or 5:30 to see which one that's available that works better for the city and availability with the schoolhouse.
either is fine for me.
Fantastic. All right, so the city can confirm. Okay, so I think our ticket item is confirming the date. So we had, I think the last time we met, actually, before we dive into the deep, because sometimes logistics we skip, we'll forget, is you know what? Actually, that's irrelevant because I sent you guys all meeting invites for the rest of the calendar, a fiscal year. But if we're going to change our meeting, then that's not, then that's irrelevant. Now let's talk about. So for the new member, I do have some housekeeping. Stacy, have you submitted your application? Okay.
Yes.
Now, I have not heard from the city. So usually the process is when you submit an application, the city receives it, and then the town council will actually need to, I say, you know, we accept Stacy as a committee, then they need to vote on you as a part of the city council. So I have not heard from them yet. Leslie,
Okay.
you are fully confirmed, so you're good to go. So we just have Stacy's membership outstanding pending cities, the council's confirmation. Okay. Application done. The city
Yes,
will.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my calendar. Do you have you want some answer from me?
No, I'm taking notes. And
Oh,
by the
okay.
way, one of you guys would like to take notes while I run the meeting, I would really appreciate that because now I have to do both and then I have to, that's why you see pause on my end because I do have to prepare the meeting minutes, then I will have to share with the town. So so that's why you see me pausing from time to time is because I'm typing up
Okay.
our meeting discussion. The city council will.
Ivy, if that's helpful in the future, if the time ends up working for me, I don't mind
Okay.
doing meeting minutes
Great, fantastic.
as long as I'm not physically driving in the car when the meeting's happening.
Right. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's dive into the planning. So we had a very productive discussion last year, that feels like last year, last meeting, where we kind of laid out a few very nice programs for the coming fiscal year, in which I went back to the city to ask for confirmation of time. And let me bring that up. And we can go through one by one. Okay, so let's go to from top to bottom. I think the first program we talked about is Portola Valley in the fall, a day of community art making, where CAC will provide arts and craft supplies to the community and attendees can make art of their choice. And what we talked about last time is a weekend day in October or the first 2 weeks of November. And the town came back with the following days that are available. One is October 11th, October 18th, and November 1st. So I think Sue and Leslie, you guys wanted to run this event. Do you have a particular date that you would like, you think would be better fit for this event?
So far, those sound okay. You said October 11 or October 18 or November 11?
November 1st.
Oh, November 1st. Yeah. I think that's okay. And of course, I have some suggestions about what sort of supplies are pretty inexpensive, but help at least young kids, get to express themselves. So
Okay.
things like that.
I do need, if you guys can, would you guys want to think about what day you would like me? Because it is around the corner, right? October 11th seems to be just 4 weeks from now. October 18th is 5 weeks, and November 1st is a couple weeks away. It's like about, I think, 6 weeks away. Do you guys want to pick a date, or do you want to think about it and send me an email?
What age range are we going for? Because it's very different way that you'd organize it depending on that.
Yeah. Well, I think whose idea was this? Like
Well,
I said,
I used to do noon art for years at Ormondale, so I certainly was enthusiastic about doing something like this for the younger kids. That was K through 3, but older kids could certainly benefit as well. It depends what you want to do.
like I said, we talked about last time is who own the people who own the events have own the event, right? I have no, we just simply provide, me and myself and other people, we can provide help as needed. I think this is your event. If you want to run it for younger kids, we'll run for younger kids. If you want to broaden it up to a broader group, we can do that as well. I think what we need is time and then a budget so we can allocate accordingly. So do you have
Sue,
any?
is Sue the co-runner with me? Is that right? Sue Chapu? Sue, Ivy, do I have that correct, that Sue was the?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have her name first. I think Sue, you were the one that came up with this idea. I think this is your event.
So, I'm wondering if there's a way for you to activate the chat so that Sue could type in things. I did an experiment
Okay.
because she can't communicate with us right now, right?
Do you think Sue has the volume off on her computer? No, I was hoping.
Oh yeah, it says chat is disabled. But I
Yeah,
wonder if she's going to text somebody
Yeah,
on the committee so they can speak on her behalf.
yeah, good.
maybe
Yeah.
call.
What?
There's a phone number. Let me see. Like I said, I don't have any more information than you guys. Unfortunately, there is a phone number. There's a phone number. Would you, on the meeting invite, I share that with you. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to talk about call the.
She said I have a phone number. If she's going to get her iPhone.
Oh, good. Yay.
That must be so frustrating.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
dear.
Um, Leslie and Sue, when you guys do decide on the age, depending on if it's for young kids or elementary, if you write something up, I don't mind submitting it to the schools or preschools, depending on the age, because I have all their contacts, if that's helpful.
Oh, sweet.
I don't mind doing comms for you.
Appreciate that.
She's trying to call in.
Does anyone have?
Oh, she's
Sue's
asking
number?
could someone call Sue?
I have to go all the way back to my bedroom. My phone is, I didn't pull it today, so let me go get my phone.
Phil, do you have Sue's number?
I think
I'm not,
best to, if you have the meeting invited in front of you, there is a meeting number you can call in and then we can all hear you.
Oh,
So there's a meeting invite. If you go to the invite, in which you dialed in, on there that says to access the meeting by phone, there's the phone. There are 2 numbers you can dial.
Sue, is that what you're doing right now, is dialing one of those numbers? Give me a thumbs up if that's the case. I can't make that out. But 669-900-6833.
Ivy, I have a work thing that came up, so in about like 4 minutes, I need to roll off.
That case, why don't we look at your event so you can give me a date and then we can contact. So I think your event is the kids photography exhibit. It's actually the last event on the list, but I will
Yeah.
do that. Okay. So the weekend. So Stacy would like to run a kids photography exhibit in the spring. It's a weekend exhibition of photography taken by kids in Portola Valley to welcome the spring. And we talked about will be somewhere in mid-April to early May. Ideally, it will be a 2-day exhibit, but we can also work with 1 day. And the Portola Valley said the community hall is available on all Saturdays in April and May. Please note that the town holds neighborhood cleanup dates in April, late April 26th. Trails and Path Committee holds the annual horse fair in mid-May. The PV Palooza also hold we have an event on May 31st.
No, it's June 1, I believe.
Well, yes.
May 31st was last year.
Okay.
At this
So
time.
yeah, so the question is, do you have, I think it's one of those things, Stacy, because it's so far ahead, we just want to
Yeah.
grab a date.
Well,
So
I know when certain things are happening at the schools right now, so can I get back to you? But my guess is an April date would probably be better.
why don't
But
you,
I'll
do
get
you
back
want
to you.
1 day or 2 days for the exhibit? I think a weekend would be nice.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, if we pick a day when nothing else is in there. Oh, I think she might have just joined. Um, uh, Great. If we pick a day when like there's not an exercise class or something like that, then it could be in overnight. I wouldn't want to set it up, take it down, and then set it back up again, if that makes sense.
Well, we will pick, it seems like I said, all the Saturdays.
They're open.
Yeah, I think all the Saturdays are open. I did ask for 2 days.
Okay,
So why don't you give me 2 days, a weekend,
great.
and what we ask for is that weekend. Okay, give me 2 weekends in April,
Okay,
and because there is spring break, give me 2 weekends in April, and then I will confirm that with the city.
okay, that sounds
Okay.
great.
So I do think we just want to lock down the date. Now, I will, so typically when we reserve community hall, there is a fee, but since we are a committee for the city, the fee is waived for us. But we do have to go through the formal reservation process, and in which I will share with everyone after this call. I think you have it ready, and once we confirm that date with the city, and then we'll just go through with the booking. Okay.
Okay, perfect. And I think it might have been Jerry that I was supposed to schedule a meeting with to ask a bunch of questions, and I have not done that, so that'll still be on my list as well.
Okay.
All right.
Forward to it, Stacy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sue, can you?
Have a great rest of
me
your
down to
meeting.
Speak,
Thank you, Stacy.
Bye.
Stacy. Sue, are you able to speak so we can hear now? We see the phone icon. Oh, no, that's Mimi's phone icon. Shoot.
No, that's Sue's phone. And Sue, your phone microphone is turned off.
So
I
unmute
called her
to
and
un
she didn't
Sue,
answer the phone.
Sue, to unmute, press *6. *6. There we go.
Okay,
You can
they
speak
didn't
now.
tell me to do that.
Yay.
Okay, sorry. No, my microphone is not turned off, and
And
I don't know what happened, but I
now,
always have
Sue,
trouble. Anyway,
so
yeah.
Sue, now you're on 2 things. So you may want to get off the video because there's a lot of echo
For you or
for
for
everyone.
me?
Right? Can you guys?
Shut the computer down, Sue, and just use your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still
Sorry.
hearable.
Now I'm out of the meeting chat.
Oh,
Is
yes.
that better?
Yes.
Slightly, but we're happy to have you in whichever format.
If you can
I
turn
can
off,
just go in, I'll go in the other room.
if you can turn off the microphone on your iPad and leave the microphone on your phone.
Okay. There. Good talk.
Okay. All right. That's better it's better for me. What about for you guys?
No, we still got an echo.
Well,
Yeah.
as long as we can hear
Yeah.
Sue, we'll be okay, right?
Sue, if you can turn the volume all the way down on your iPad.
Why is it echoing and repeating like that?
Okay, I think that's got it.
If there's 2 microphones on, it'll interfere.
Yeah,
like
if
that.
I were you, Sue, I would just close the laptop and then
Is that better?
Yes, that's
I-
good.
That's perfect.
Okay.
You're set.
Sorry.
right.
Whew. Glad
Okay.
that finally got resolved. So Sue, you must have lots of input you want to talk about for the art thing, right?
For this one or the the one that's coming up this weekend? Oh, the only thing I'm worried about in October is that people wouldn't come. I know we said fall, but it's just gangbusters in town with soccer and things happening. I don't know I'm not sure we would get a good turnout, but I'll look at it. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
we
more
have
November 1st.
We have the town picnic coming up on the 20th, right?
Right.
On the 20th, yeah. So I'm
I-
thinking more towards
I agree with you,
the
Sue. I
1st.
think November 1st is it's a good day. Yeah. October is still quite when is Halloween?
31st every year.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I
nice.
think
The kids can come out the day
as
after
I
Halloween.
as I recall, we had ideas and then we said let's do something in the fall, and I think we said we'll do this in the fall. But the
Yeah.
more I think about it, and then it just gets wild until January. But an indoor art thing on a weekend would be nice, but just
Oh.
not in the fall.
I think we talked about it, indoor, outdoor, right? But whichever
Right.
whatever yeah.
Well, we talked about the schoolhouse. We could try that, just painting the schoolhouse. Try that, and then do another media presentation at another time. I just, if we did anything messy, we couldn't do it in the schoolhouse. We'd have to get
Maybe
one of the art rooms.
Maybe in the lawn, what about maybe in the lawn outside by the library?
Weather. I'm worried about weather.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it could rain or blow or whatever. Let me go to the town and take a look at the school. If we're painting the schoolhouse, then you have to be outside sitting in front of it, and it's all set. And this would be acrylics, so we do it outside, and that would be a good start.
I'll tell you
And
some
we could
unmessy things we
maybe.
used to do. Are, having pipe cleaners and tissue paper tends to be
Oh, right.
pretty easy and pretty inexpensive. And
Uh-huh.
colored pencils are pretty unmessy too. And that could be for the first thing that we're trying.
Okay.
There are things that don't have to be terrible. Just avoid glitter at all costs.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I can't even think of doing anything glitter. Let me try to pull together what we need. And actually, Shelley, did I tell you that Shelley Briner gave me a wonderful, format for the schoolhouse. So a younger child wouldn't have to draw the whole thing, would just color it. But when we did it before, it was easy and very successful. And I'm willing to try that on the first. Because would it be open to any age?
That's part of what we need to figure out. I have experience
Yeah.
in K3, but for that. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
And then
older
do the
should
younger
only get
kids
easier.
indoors. I'm sorry, what?
Older should only get easier, I think.
Yes, yeah. No, it's very easy. And then they can finish it at home because unless they've got our acrylics, which they'll return.
Yeah,
But you just get the canvases, and then if they choose to use the template to draw it, a child could do it with that and then color it in. And I think we could get away with that in a mixed audience. Not every child is going to be playing soccer. I think we'd get maybe a few more adults. So I'll try to get that together by November 1st, by our next meeting.
Mhm.
Well,
By October 11th, we'll
so
have it
far-
in place and
yeah.
save the 1st. Unless
So
there's a Stanford football game.
let me see.
And then
Our
everybody's out of town.
Our next meeting is October 9th,
Okay.
and
Oh.
then
Okay.
the meeting after that is November 6th. Assume we're not moving to Tuesday.
Yeah.
For next
Okay.
m- next month is October 9th, and so assume
Okay.
it looks-
I'd written down the dates that we could have it. So, okay, I'll get it together by October 9th for November 1st. Is that okay with you, Leslie? Does that look good?
That sounds fine. Yeah.
Okay. The only thing would be a Stanford football game on the 1st, because then there's nobody here in town. And depending on the time, which they never know because of the money. Anyway, I'll try to get that together. I'll present it at our next meeting at October 9th. And that'll give us a couple of weeks to post and get ready. And, the chairs are there. That's pretty easy.
I'd love to brainstorm with you because there's some favorite activities I've seen over time that start edging
Okay.
engineering, for instance. If you've got anything that goes 3D, the kids start actually inventing things. It's really pretty exciting.
Great. Could that be more of an indoor thing?
Oh, that's definitely an indoor thing. That's how we always
Yeah.
do it.
Okay. So we could do that in January when we know we might have weather, and reserve either the schoolhouse or one of the art rooms, the Buckeye room or the children's art.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let us do the schoolhouse. They've said no every time I asked the last couple of years,
Uh-huh.
ever since they put the video equipment in there. They said,
Yeah.
they said the
Well-
video equipment, they
Oh,
just.
you mean for the,
there.
okay. Okay, we used to just, all right. Well, we
Yeah.
wouldn't be in it. We'd have the key, but, I mean, for the painting,
How
the
about Jeannie
schoolhouse.
Goldman's room? If she
Yes,
wanted to
that's the
collaborate
art
with
room.
us, that would
Mm.
work.
That'd be great too. And she's got her art students, all ready to probably do another project. So that'd be great.
Yeah, I adore
You know
her.
Jeannie?
Yeah.
Yes, I do
So
too.
to
Um,
confirm, no, we are it's a good to go November 1st for fall day in Portola Valley. And
we'll reserve,
and we're reserving the art room, i.e. Buckeye room, for the entire day.
no, we're going to be at the schoolhouse. We sit in front of the schoolhouse outside and paint it.
So what is it that what is it that we want to reserve for the town of Portola Valley?
The ones that Leslie are talking about, we need a room. The
No, I'm just
classes
talking
that
about,
she's talking,
I'm talking about November
we'll
1st.
need,
What
is
reservation?
this, I'm going to shoot for that. I'm going to try to get it ready for you to agree, and we'll be outside in front of the schoolhouse on
Um,
November 1st.
Okay,
Why outside particularly? It's easier
Be- be-
inside.
Oh, if they'll let us in, because you're painting it, so you have to look at the windows, look at the color, and look at the trim. And
Do
so
you
you're
really
sitting
want
there.
to commit to paint? Because I do find that's a pretty messy
Oh,
enterprise.
no. Right. Certainly could do colored pencils or black and white. Yeah, good idea. Great.
Okay, yeah. So that I think eases us, especially if one of us or both of us call Jeannie and ask if she's okay with, our scheduling around her art schedule to be
Uh-huh.
able to use her room.
Okay.
let me provide a feedback. So if we're painting the schoolhouse, I assume some people would like to paint the front of the schoolhouse. So in order to paint the front of the schoolhouse, you will have to sit on the sidewalk, or maybe, and likely, you're dealing with kids, the parking lot. And so we're going to be blocking traffic. I think the city, so are we going to ask the city to block the parking lot for us? Or no, if we don't, then we're going to run into some problems with, us trying to draw and people trying to park. I think that we just need to be mindful of that. I do think there will be some sort of questions from the city if we want to say, hey, we want to draw the schoolhouse, the front, just because there's a parking lot
I
in
mean,
front.
we did it the town wasn't as busy when we did it. We don't take up the whole parking lot, but I just don't know how you'd paint it without seeing it.
Okay,
I mean, once you
I'm
get your,
sorry, I hadn't caught that you were wanting to do basically a still life of the schoolhouse from the outside until just now when Ivy was clarifying that. I agree with Ivy's concerns that, people will just start perhaps stepping back as they're trying to get their perspective, and that does become a danger. And so
okay, I can ask the maintenance guys what they think
okay,
the maintenance guy?
safety first.
and
if
how they
you've got
block it off.
cones and things.
I mean, it's
think-
blocked off for the
Look-
garbage and for different things, but I'll ask them.
So for the city, let me handle the communication. If we need to do, I think most likely the city will ask what is it, the resources we need from them. So I think the question our ask is very clear, is we want the city to block, a part of the parking lot for us to do that. That's number one.
Okay.
What I also recommend, since we're doing that, is why don't we also block the lawn right next to the library?
Mm.
In case not everyone into the schoolhouse and people want to draw something else. And people just want to do, I don't know, just something
To
else.
draw
They
the
want-
redwood
Oh,
grove,
I
right?
don't think we're there for that. I mean, then let's do the another thing then, and just not do the schoolhouse. We'll do another one and we'll go inside, or we'll reserve a room in case it rains.
I hate to
Like
throw
that.
this in, but we have to think about weather, and we should probably have a plan B.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We can just scrap the whole schoolhouse. Ask them what we can do about the parking lot, if we could use
Okay.
part of it. And if they
Okay.
say no, then we'll just scrap that and go on to
like
something
that.
else.
I like that.
And then
Plan
we'll
A,
reserve the room in case it rains. We'll reserve the Buckeye room,
Perfect.
which is next to the Genie's room.
Lovely.
And then we'll pick a subject. Yeah. I don't think we need to go babysit for somebody who wants to draw, cars or something. I think the beauty of the schoolhouse is it's a historic landmark. It's cool. It's fairly easy to do, and it's a keeper. If your kids were drawing it, you'd keep it. You
Okay.
might keep it if you were drawing it. And we do have artists in town who would probably who are good, who might love to come and sit. So we did it twice. We did it with the 8th grade art
Mm.
class, and then we did it with adult artists that brought their own chair and their own materials. So it just never was a problem. But I appreciate that it needs to be safe. So if you'll ask the town what we could do about using that, then we'll go, and let me know. We'll go from
Yep.
there. Otherwise, we'll just scrap it
okay,
and
so
try to
I'd
find
like
something else.
plan. So we don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna go to them
No.
with 2 plans. November 1st, that's a date we want. Ideally, we'd like to draw the schoolhouse. So we want the part of the parking lot blocked off for us, not a whole lot, so people can move back and see the house. If that's not available, we're going to make a reservation for the lawn next to the library. So it would just be a very nice day to
Mm.
art.
No,
Under
we need a
both
room.
well, let me finish. Under both Plan A
Okay.
and Plan B, we're getting the Buckeye room. It doesn't matter where people are drawing. We're booking the Buckeye room to go with either the parking lot or the lawn. Buckeye room is our essentially, it just let it be Plan A or Plan B. We need to think about weather. So we need Buckeye room, doesn't matter regardless, right? So we're all good on that.
Yes.
Yes.
And Leslie has wonderful ideas if the schoolhouse doesn't work out. But it's very easy to block off the schoolhouse. People can just come in from what would that be? That'd be the
Mhm.
south side. And then
Yes.
on up, and they can't drive. In other words, you can't drive in front of the schoolhouse anymore. You just go to the schools and you have to turn around, go out the way you came in, and then block it off on the other side. So
Yeah.
it could be
Just
quite
like they do
safe.
with the
Could
farmers.
be easily done to block off just that small section in front of the schoolhouse.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
So-
Yes.
So date confirmed, Buckeye room, we all want it. It's a matter of which one's available and feasible. The city can pick one, but we have an event that's going to go on November 1st. Okay.
Okay.
And
I
they
love
have just
I
one
love
quick
how-
thing. One quick thing, Ivy. Remember, it's all new people over there. They don't have any history. So if they go, well, what are you trying to do? And be sure you let them know that this is an event we've done historically, and it's always been okay to do it, because they might not realize that's what we do. The town
So-
council members will, but I'm not sure the people over there know exactly the historical workings of each committee yet.
So may I, this is a little bit of feedback I received from the committee. My interactions with them have been very, very smooth. And the only thing they ask for is ample, basically notice. So this is the reason why I'm going to them now, 2 months in advance to ask for
Good.
November 1st. I think if we wait until October, ask for November 1st, to your point, these people are new. They're still learning their ropes. It's not they don't want to help, it's just they're new. So
right.
where I'm asking for November 1st, I'm gonna say, hey, maybe blocking off the parking lot, maybe library lawn, which one? So 2 months in advance notice. And I think that's pretty much what we should do, just to give us some buffer, right? It just ample
Okay.
notice.
Okay.
This is the reason why I'm all about locking down the dates now. So it doesn't matter, whatever. We don't have to be ready. We just want the dates.
Right.
then we can be ready. So they're really nice. I met the town clerk. She's fantastic and very, very responsive, incredibly responsive. So okay.
Who you
Okay,
working
you,
with?
I'm going to interrupt,
Fine.
sorry, because I'm going to lose it. You said all the parking lot, only the right in front of the schoolhouse.
I think
We're
what
not
I would,
asking,
we're not going to,
as
I
what
would
Jerry
do-
said, we drive in one way or the other.
you know what I think is we get whatever we get. The idea
Yeah,
is
but please don't ask for all the parking lot.
No,
All
no,
we
no,
need is
no.
right in front of the schoolhouse.
Right.
Yeah,
So I never said, I said just enough for me is what we need is enough so people can draw. Do we need all the parking lot? No. Because if you're on the other way
no,
out of the parking
okay,
lot, don't have view of the schoolhouse, then there's no point. I think it's just
right,
we ask
okay,
for
thanks.
the parking lot in front of the schoolhouse. Basically, well, like farmers market, but divided by half or even a third, really. So and we're gonna get what we get, and maybe we get both, right? We'll get the lawn and the schoolhouse.
hmm
So okay, our last
Okay,
event.
so Leslie and I will meet and we'll have our report to you on the 9th.
Cool.
Fantastic. We are incredibly efficient, by
And
the way.
Stacy said she'd do the communication with all the schools.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that give us, so by the time we meet next time, we'll know exactly what location we have, what are we going to do, and that will give us 4 weeks to promote within the within the schools. So I think we're good. We're good. We have 5 minutes. If it's okay with everyone, I'd like to go on to talk about the music that event that Steve is proposing. So that particular event, let's to just remind everyone, is Bistro Music Evening. It's an evening where musicians showcase their music, and we'll also have an opportunity to have an open jam session. The event will be less rock and roll, but more of a lounge vibe. We'll have bistro tables set up and provide light finger food. By the way, all these can change, right? This is just what I jot down.
That is,
And
yes, but we were totally wrong when I met with Steve. That isn't what he wants at all.
Oh,
What what
okay,
he would like in a nutshell, because I know our time is short.
okay,
He
tell us.
wants to coordinate with the high schools, especially Woodside High School. He wants the youth musicians that he uses for PV Palooza and beyond. He wants
Oh,
us
okay.
to sponsor the youth. Is
Uh-huh.
all we need to do is support Steve. He's going to recruit the kids. We get under the CAC name, so we get the multi-use, the community hall
Yeah,
free.
right, okay.
And he wants us maybe to, he even suggested we get the scouts or something to do a bake sale because he knows we have a limited budget now. So that
Yeah.
those of us, we don't have to go buy snacks or anything. And that's all. He needs our help to get the hall, to
Yeah.
get the date, and he's going to recruit the kids, and he already has
Okay,
lined up from Woodside and Palooza.
Okay, so let me tell you the dates. Here are the dates. Jerry, would you write down and go ask him what are the dates? Again, so the community hall is what we talked about is a weekend night in January or the first half of February, right? And this is what I asked the city. The city said it's available on all Saturdays in January 3rd through 31st and February 14th. So February 14th is available. That might be a really good day, you know.
Valentine's.
I know. By the way, we got to jump on it, right? This was a few weeks ago. Go to Steve, give me a few dates that work for him. Let me know, and I will grab one that's available for us.
I'll get a hold of Steve. Let me verify with you, January 3rd through the end of the month. The Saturdays are available right now, and
Yeah.
February 14. And they're
That's
all Saturdays.
Yes. I think February 14th is fantastic.
Okay, I'm on it. I'll do phase 2.
Honestly, I there's no point to go out on February 14th. Everywhere you go, everything is overpriced, it's crowded. I much rather watch kids, young musicians do their thing. Now, is he asking for the entire community hall for the entire day or for a certain night? And can you clarify the number of hours in the evening, like from when to when? That would be that's what I need.
Right, right. Usually it's something like, 7 to 9 or something like that. But I'll check with him and see what he's thinking.
Okay. Fantastic. Can you also get a little bit more feedback? Like what I asked for the city is very low key lounge music, but now we're having high school musicians. Are we
Mhm.
talking about, what is the attendance now we're talking about? Like how many people are we going to be coming? And then what kind of music? Is this very loud or
It-
not so loud? Or
It's like the bands that play at Palooza.
so that's gonna be loud.
It can be. That's why we won't be too late.
All
And
right.
we're indoors, remember? And Steve knows how to control the decibels, He's a very talented musician,
Okay.
so. And
Do
he'll
we
play,
want
and
we
these
want
kids usually
evening?
have roadies.
Okay. Do we want to have evening because it's a louder music? Do we want to be in evening or do we want to be during the day? Did Steve say was it during the day Saturday or in the evening Saturday?
You didn't.
Okay. Would you mind
I'll check
clarifying
with
that?
him time.
Okay.
Okay. Day, evening.
Day versus evening and like tentatively attendance. What are we looking at? Like 5 bands, gazillion, like because I have to go back to the city, say it's more of like rock and roll concert for the young kids, right? This is a very different event than I asked for. So I just want to, no, I mean, we're all building a trust here. So I want to make sure as much as we can disclose, we should tell the city that. And then,
This doesn't cost us anything from our budget, and
no,
so.
not at all. It
It's a
just,
good one to do this year while we're so limited in funds and the
yeah.
town is limited.
Uh-huh.
And remember these kids, their friends will all come to see their band.
Mhm.
Grandparents,
Yeah, I
aunts,
love it.
uncles, the parents.
I mean, I love it. I love it. I might even get my son into this thing with Steve. And I have my son play at it. But I just want to make sure, yeah, I don't think we should go too late into the night.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
Right. So that's my
Maybe
only,
start at
Outdoors,
4.
outdoors, we have to end Palooza at 8. It's the residences up on Farm Road that the music goes right up to them, and they used to complain, but we have such good control of it now.
yeah. My other feedback is who's going to be there monitoring that we're within the capacity limit of the room.
Oh, well, we have to.
So basically volunteers from CAC, we'll have to
Right, we're
monitor.
the sponsors of the event, and then like somebody leads it, just like they're leading the art, the like gals, and then whoever leads this. Sue was working with me with him too, if she wants, Mimi, whatever. Phil's great musician and vocalist, so whoever wants to. But usually an event like that, community hall, we all come together and we all help. It
Okay,
isn't just the
so
people that lead it.
okay, so that's my only concern is when we have, depends how big the event will be. If it's become successful, we need to make sure we monitor the capacity that it's not going to become overcrowded for safety reasons.
Well, just going to Sam Licardo's, they set up a certain number of chairs.
Mhm.
And when you reach that limit, and they put a few chairs in the back, and when they're all up, that's your limit. You can't let any more in the building or the fire marshal comes.
Jared, not everyone's going to be sitting down. People will be standing up, people will be dancing. So I think we need to have a counter. We need to have a counter, people walking in, people walking out. This is a real concert here, right? It's a mini concert in the community hall, and we need to make sure we monitor the room capacity. the evening is good because don't have to compete for parking. But we just need to watch out for noise. Day we have to deal with parking, then we have less of a noise concerns. May I suggest 6 to 9, right? 3 hours, it can be shorter, but even, may I suggest we block the room from 4 to 9? That would give us time, 4 to 10, that would give us time to set up and then also to clean up. And then, we can pick a time. Well, I'll work with the city on that. And I'm happy to talk to Steve because, setting up for these things is time consuming, and taking things down also takes time.
I mean, they've got to do part of that. They need, each band he gets has to do. This isn't a bistro anymore.
it's
That
not,
would have been
not.
simple. But
then
those people, we're giving it to them free. They're going to have to help set up the chairs and take them down and clean up. I don't think that's that isn't what I thought was going to happen. And
No,
it
no,
could
no.
easily get a little out of hand by 9 o'clock. So I think Steve needs to consider that, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to
We-
be there at 10:30 washing the floor and cleaning up. So we need a cleanup committee as well as a setup. And Steve needs to be responsible for that, I think, because they're getting it for free.
I do think,
I don't know if they want to.
let me grab the date for us. First and foremost,
Okay.
we'll talk about the date. And then I do think, Jerry, that Steve should come to one of our meetings so we can have this conversation in person about these concerns. I think we are dealing with young kids, right? We're dealing with the high school kids, even younger.
Mhm.
So, it just accountability and reliability, we just all need to take consideration.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd say no food. That's
No
the mess.
food. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And they're great. The kids are great. They'll help us. Just Steve needs to come up with a cleanup committee.
Yeah.
It just can't be us at 10 o'clock at night.
no.
So
What I'm going to do,
that's part of the deal.
so I'm going to ask for even bigger time spent. I'm going to ask for 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on whichever Saturday that's Steve. Can you make sure, Jerry, that Steve gives me 2, if not 3 Saturdays to work with? Just in case. And then
We'll
the
ask him
2
to come
a.m.
to our October
2
meeting.
a.m. to 10 p.m. on those days, so we can have plenty of time to do whatever it is we need to do. I definitely vote for February 14th. Okay. I'm actually going to be in motion. My husband's
Okay.
driving.
Well, you can close the meeting.
Well, thank you guys. So I'm going to, for our next meeting, I'm going to write to the town right now. If they can accommodate October meeting on a Tuesday, I will let you know. If that's too close and they can't start the Tuesday in-person meeting until November, I think that should also work for us. But for now, I'll push for moving our October meeting to in-person on a Tuesday afternoon in one of the times to talk about. Okay. Thank you guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
everybody.